Okay, so in honor of Teacher Appreciation Week next week, I want to tell you guys a story. You know, I always have a story about my high school English teacher, Miss Oliphant. She is a brown-skinned, beautiful, larger-than-life woman. She never saw color a day in her life. And everybody wanted to be in her class because she was so full of life, so caring, so loving, and just fun. She was so fun. Always showed me love, but there are two moments that really stand out to me that I want to tell you about. So I had a baby, I had a pregnancy. I had a baby my 9th grade summer. And so when I came back to school, you know, whispers, gossip, and you can imagine how alienated that I felt. I used to have to leave her class to change my nursing pads so that I didn't leak on my clothes. Most people avoided talking to me about my son. I don't know if they were embarrassed for me or if they just felt guilty because they had been talking about it, but not Miss O. Every time I would walk into her class, she would say, "How's that gorgeous baby?" She didn't tiptoe around it, and she allowed me to embrace it. She asked about him, but in turn, she was really asking, you know, how are you? I really struggled with my weight after I had my son, and one day she was telling me I looked pretty, and I said, "Miss O, I'm fat." And she said, "Girl, you look amazing. Didn't you know that only a dog likes bones?" Miss Oliphant is the reason I became a teacher. She taught me to love kids where they are. She showed me that it's possible for a teacher to change the trajectory of a child's entire life. And now every time I touch a student's life, she touched it first. So her love, it just echoes forward. It makes her impact endless. It reminds me of that story about the two boys on the beach when all the starfish, thousands of starfish had washed up on the beach, and one little boy was throwing them back in one at a time. And his friend said, "You'll never make a difference. Like, there are too many of them." He took one and he tossed it back in the ocean, and he said, "But to that one, I made a difference." And that's what Miss O did to me. So I love you, Miss O, and I want to thank all of the teachers out there who are impacting lives.